Well, it is Friday and I am back in the office. I was in Camden, New Jersey this morning representing a client. Now I'm back in the office in Morristown, New Jersey. So an entire day in New Jersey, very unusual. Usually I'm bouncing between New Jersey and Pennsylvania. But that said, it is Friday. We did come out with our weekly update today, which went over 4,000 of our current and former clients in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. In addition, I put out a blog article on Nebbia hearings, otherwise known as source hearings. Now, in New Jersey, we're not as concerned with this. In fact, and now in New Jersey, it's pretty much a cashless bail system. I've written articles on it. I'm going to link in an article that I wrote in about New Jersey's bail system, how it's different from Pennsylvania's. In New Jersey, we have a pretrial detention system, which is initiated when the prosecutor files a motion to detain. And following that motion, a hearing is held, and a court will evaluate the motion and look at things like the public safety assessment and that recommendation. Then obviously hear arguments from counsel. The factors used that a court uses is the same pretty much as Pennsylvania: risk of flight and risk of danger to the community. But basically, the judge is deciding whether or not a person should be released. Now, in Pennsylvania, it does work a lot differently. And that's when we get into the Nebbia issue that I wrote the article. So in Pennsylvania, it is a cash system. So bail is based on risk of flight and danger to the community. And the amount of bail is factored in there. So obviously, if you're considered a dangerous person or a person who's going to potentially flee, the bail is substantially higher. And our bail arguments in Pennsylvania focus in on the bail amount and stressing to the judge that the purpose of bail isn't to this isn't a trial, it's to ensure that a person appears for trial. So the court has to evaluate a person's contacts to the community and danger to the community. So contacts can include things like employment status, residency, marital status, kids, things of that nature. Risk of danger to the community, typically it's prior criminal history, but it can include the current offense. So if you have no prior criminal history, but you're charged with some kind of assault of a random person, that can obviously affect bail dramatically. In addition to a serious charge like drugs or narcotics, if they believe that you're a member of some type of organized crime syndicate or you have access to illegal funds, that's where we get into the Nebbia issue. Now, Nebbia hearings are otherwise known as source hearings. That's where the defense must establish where the funds to post the bail are coming from. And this goes back to a federal case where it was found that this was perfectly constitutional to force the defendant, to show the court, following a motion from counsel, that they have legitimate funds and they're coming from like a bank account or some type of credit issued by a bank, as opposed to, hey, I'm just going to drop off $50,000 or $100,000 in cash and don't worry about where it came from. Normally, we see these types of motions and hearings in drug and narcotic related cases because the theory is that the person or the person's family is using drug money or money coming from an illegal source. So it's a very big issue. I'm going to link in the blog article that I wrote on that. I'm also going to link in the bail articles that I wrote both in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Bail is obviously an important issue for any person facing a criminal charge, because if you don't or can't post bail, you're going to remain in custody the length of the amount of time that it takes to resolve the case, whether it be through a trial or acquittal, motion is filed and the case is dismissed, or perhaps prosecution is withdrawn. But typically it does take quite some time for a case to work its way through a criminal justice system, especially if you're seeking a jury trial. I know that right now we're receiving jury trial dates well into 2025, and I would imagine that as we get closer to 2025 and begin the new year, we'll start seeing 2026 dates. So courts are very, very busy. And that's the reason why bail becomes an important issue, because if you don't post bail or you can't post bail, you're going to remain in custody. And obviously, jail is not the place you want to be. If you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, the website, gamboandlaw.com. As always, a tremendous resource for you and your family. All my books, my blogs, my videos are available there in one convenient format. The resources that we make available on our website are offered at no cost. We believe that an educated client is in the best possible position to receive a great result in her case. So we make these resources available in the form of thousands of blog articles, hundreds of videos, downloadable books, and you also have the ability to text us or email us a question. So again, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, the website gambleandlaw.com. Have a great Friday. If you are stopped for suspicion of DUI in Pennsylvania, DWI in New Jersey, do not refuse the chemical test, whether it be a blood test or a breathalyzer test. Do not give consent to search your property or your person. Don't tell the officer where you're going or where you've been. Be respectful to the officer, give your license, registration, proof of insurance, and that is it. You are not obligated to make a statement regarding where you're going, where you've been, what you've drank. So once again, have a great Friday, and I'll talk to you all very soon.